everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Football Safe Space. I am 7 o'clock. I am accompanied from my brother from another mother, Brother Fox, and Big E, the fantasy football big guy. Shout out to the Fantasy Football Network for letting us do what we do so well. Shout out to Melon because they let us use this platform to do what we do so well. How y'all brothers doing?
Hey, much love as always, man. I appreciate you. And it's like I said, it's always easy to talk to y'all cats. So let's get it. Get it.
Too blessed to be stressed, brother.
hey, how can they take care of us, Brother Fox?
Hey, as always, please give us that HBO special. And if you don't know what that HBO special is, it's that Help a Brother Out special. So help a brother out. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to come back for more fantasy football content, we greatly appreciate it. You truly have no clue how far this goes. And we always appreciate you guys coming through.
Definitely.
Always appreciate it. Before we get to the nitty gritty, shout out to our rotating guest, the first lady of Fantasy Football Safe Space. Happy birthday, Miss Annette. We ain't seen you since your Chiefs got knocked out of the playoffs. But you always welcome here. I just want to say that. You know, Big E, the Raider fan, ain't forgot about that.
Hey, I said that to him. I said, I haven't seen her. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. Happy birthday, too. But I'm looking forward to seeing you and talking to you. And we don't have to. We'll brush over that. I won't bring nothing up about that. I promise.
He lying.
That's topic. Hey. That's fun. So about the Chiefs.
To Annette. Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Let's talk about the Chiefs.
No. You saved the best for last. No, let's go in order. Let's go in order. Hey, let's start at the bottom. Started from the bottom. Now they're here with Russell Wilson. How about that?
Who's the bottom?
Hey, Denver Broncos finished last statistically in the AFC West. So let's start there.
Let's start with. Hey, so we got Dangerous. Oh, we got the big dog in here. Oh,
Guccini.
Hey, next week.
You already seen. Look, you already know.
Hey, look at him.
I did that for
He's been out here one time. Look at him.
Hey, I'm already there. He already knew it. He know it. He had to the sack town.
He's gonna relocate. You already know.
Shout out to Kev. Shout out to the whole Heart to Start. Hey,
no doubt
rock with them guys. Sacramento versus everybody. You already know. So we start with the Broncos.
Let's start with the Broncos.
New addition. Got a new quarterback. Talk about it.
Well, we as we spoke about this a couple weeks ago when we were talking about teams that needed quarterbacks. I banged on the table and said that the Broncos were a quarterback away from being Super Bowl contenders, and I truly feel like Russ couldn't have gone into a better situation. He already has 3 quality wide receivers. He has a decent offensive line, an established run game, and a young, hungry defense. With the addition of not only Russell Wilson, but getting Randy Gregory on to have another bookend. Fantastic pickup. I truly feel like if Russ can cook like they say he can, they should be a playoff team in the AFC.
Mm-hmm. Get in there, Big E. What you got?
Hey, I'm with them. I mean, I was one of the guys who wanted Russell, Wilson on my team. I was hoping the Raiders would give up a bunch of picks and even call whatever they had to do to get Russell Wilson. But he went to Denver. But my only question is, about the whole thing. And he has the wide receivers. He has a young running back. Line. The defense was already good, even though they lost Miller. But I don't know. I question how long does he cook? Because he cooks at the beginning of the year, but he don't finish. He don't finish the supper. He don't finish the sup off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is he gonna do at the end of the year? Show me something. I mean, he's won a Super Bowl, but that was with some help too. He cost the Super Bowl too. So not so much play calling, but we're gonna see. Guccini talking. He right. AFC. Hey, AFC West. That's the toughest division. I don't care what nobody say.
Facts.
Yeah. You can't knock it. You can't knock it. From a fantasy perspective, we go. Hey, Brother Fox said we're gonna end with Kansas City, so we got to say that for later. We appreciate it.
Okay.
He said Vanessa Williams. We got to say the best for last.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Russ. I think Russ is gonna be in that 7 to 10 range. People forget how many dope quarterbacks there are in the NFL right now for fantasy purposes. I mean, you got 1A, 1B, Mahomes and Allen. You got 2A, 2B with Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray. And then you got Herbert and Burrow. And then you had Deshaun Watson, Hurts, Russ, Brady, Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, Dak. So as far as like reality, that's a good pickup for them. I thought they gave away a little bit too much, and you made a great point, Big E. He tends to fall apart towards the end of the season, especially for fantasy purposes. His points per game decline usually those last 6 or 7 games of the season. But man, he's a monster. They got their quarterback. We'll see how long he can cook or stay active. For fantasy purposes, I wouldn't mind grabbing him. Definitely would probably grab like a Kirk Cousins as well, maybe in the 12th round if I do get Russ, just because of that decline. Are you guys targeting him with those 3 receivers?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, if I can get him in the
6th, 7th, 8th.
Yeah, 6th, 7th, 8th, that'd be fantastic. I honestly feel like I know you said his numbers, and traditionally his numbers have dipped throughout the season. But is that really on Russ or is that on the coaching? Because as they say, nothing develops faster than the defensive coordinator in the National Football League. We know that as tape comes out on you, and tape comes out on especially what you like to do, teams are gonna adapt. And I don't necessarily feel like he's ever had the coaching staff in place that really adapted to his game as the season proceeded. There's a lot of teams that come out like gangbusters, but in reality, it's like once it hits Thanksgiving, what are you going to really give me from there? I look at their new head coach is the old offensive coordinator from the Packers, and I feel like the Packers were always consistently changing up their game plan. So who's to say that Russ won't be able to benefit from now, finally, after 10 years in the league, having an offensive-minded head coach?
Being the best fantasy football player amongst the 3 of us, where are you targeting him, Biggie?
Are you crazy? No, I ain't the best, yo. Yeah, you got
I'm gonna give respect. I ain't gonna say it again now. That's the only time you're gonna ever hear me say it. I gotta acknowledge your dopeness. All right.
Hey, you nice. We all nice. I said, but definitely, I like my man said. My man Fox hit it right on the head. I think 6th, 7th, 8th. Guccini, he made a comment about the O-line, and the O-line did start off. They were mediocre, but they end up starting to get hurt. And I mean, but some of the games that Russ cooked in, he definitely made plays with his legs, and then he'll throw a bomb. So I mean, maybe they beat him up so much that he didn't have it anymore. He just didn't have it at the end of the year. So I don't know. Maybe hopefully even though they're rivals and I hate the Broncos with a passion, I definitely want to see him play well with a passion.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't.
Hey, at least you're keeping him 100.
Right. Well, I want to win the game, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? They let him do it. I mean, I don't want him to do bad. I mean, it's like kind of like Tomlin and different other, I'm just like, I don't want to see him fail.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Chargers, man. Let's move on to the paper. As Brother Fox calls them, the paper champions.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
What you got, man? Get in there.
I'll let Big E start. Let's go.
What you got, Big E?
Well, I remember a time. Sort of like these paper champions. And I know this is a safe space, but you remember when Philly, they got Nnamdi Asomugha, and then they got who was a couple other cornerbacks.
Mike Vick, Vince Young, Jeremy Maclin, Deshaun Jackson.
Yes, and it was like, they're gonna be the super team. And just like how the Browns were when they was hyping up the Browns, they completely busted. And it takes more than that to make a team. You got to have players that know their positions and are willing to play that position. And these guys are just going to be thrown together and expect to win. And sometimes it happens that way, but majority of the time they fail. So I'm just saying that. And people, you know what I'm saying? The fake dream team, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got J.C. Jackson. They got Khalil Mack.
They got picks.
They always had a solid offense, so we'll see if they can gel. Fantasy purposes, Eckler's going to go top 5 off the board. I don't know if he has the frame to do what he did back-to-back years, but regardless, he's going to go top 5. Herbert's probably going to be a top 5 QB. Keenan Allen didn't do what people thought he was going to do, but he's still a solid late 4th, early 5th round pick, a solid number, high-end number 2 receiver, probably going to go 4th, 5th round. Mike Williams, we'll see if he stays healthy. He's someone I don't trust, and I'm avoiding like the plague. I don't know how you guys feel about him. I feel like it was a contract year.
No,
he got paid,
not.
and now he gonna do what Mike Williams do. I wish him the best because he doing something that I could never do, but I don't see it. And they giving him what, $20 million per?
$20 million per.
We'll see.
And that'll take me to my point with the Raiders, which we gave up later. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you paying him that, and okay, go ahead.
We'll see. But I'll let you go ahead and get in there, Brother Fox.
I'll keep it short and sweet. When it comes to the Chargers, I've seen this story before. That back in the day when they had Merriman, when they had LaDainian Tomlinson, obviously this is a brand new crop of players, but the Chargers have always been the Chargers. And it seems like every year consecutively, the injury bug hits this team like no other. I don't know who are their strength and conditioning coordinators. They should have been fired. They should have been fired 10 years ago. Like, it's ridiculous how often these players get hurt. So this was Derwin James' first 16-game season in his entire career. So who's to say that that's actually going to happen again and duplicate? Like, J.C. Jackson was the beneficiary of a lot of tipped balls and a lot of badly thrown balls. Plus, he played in one of the worst divisions in football. Like hell, 7 probably would have had 2 to 3 interceptions in that league. Like, it's just I don't want to seem like I'm a hater here, but at the same time, I like to be realistic about things. They have a long in the tooth Khalil Mack. They have a DB in J.C. Jackson that, to me, has not really proved much. Sure, other than being a beneficiary of a great team like the Patriots.
The tip drill.
And truth be told, like, I'll just keep it short and sweet. Paper champions, even with all that talent they had last year, and even if they're talking about their quarterback's a top 5 quarterback, did they make the playoffs?
Hey, best you can do is a 6 seed. So what's your projection?
They won't make the playoffs.
I second that.
This is March 21st, 2022.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and chop up this. And when they don't make the playoffs, I'm gonna collect all them tears from them Charger fans.
Look, stamp with the mud stamp. Have it run down the screen.
Yeah, man, that was a hell of a pickup. A superior athlete.
He is.
Hopefully, he can put it together. He finally got out of the Rams situation because he was splitting time with Higbee. Russ was injured. That could be a sneaky play, Guccini. You're right. You're right. That could be a real sneaky play next season. Now, my question is: are there enough to go around? Because Eckler can catch out of the backfield. He's one of the best, probably top 3 with Kamara and McCaffrey to do it out of the backfield. You got one of the best route runners still in Keenan Allen. You got that long, 6'5", 6'4", Clemson Tiger and Mike Williams you just paid. How many targets per game is he going to get, and is that going to be enough to keep him sufficient and relevant in a full season? Because for me, I need one of the top 6 tight ends. I'm not playing this year. I guess it's pronounced Kels. I always thought it was Kelsey. Yeah, I need Kels. I need Waller, Kittle, Hockenson, Pitts, or Andrews. If it's not one of them 6, I don't want it. He could be a diamond in the rough, but I'm not willing to take the chance. I'm get me a tight end between rounds 4 and 5. I'm gonna get one of them top 6. Me personally.
And
if they're there.
Yeah. No, they talking about even Pitts. People talking about moving up to in the end of the second round. When I told you, I told you.
Yeah, if they could have stopped the run, they would have been in there. But hey, why'd they call timeout? Let's talk about the coaching staff.
Yeah, I mean,
why did you call the timeout? They was Pittsburgh. I appreciate it. I got to see Ben in the playoffs one last time, but
True.
yeah. So
yeah, I don't know why they called that, but we went ahead and took that.
Ooh, we got Bogart in here too. Shout out to Bogart Start. The earth is my turf. Universe, give me money. Man, we got two of the OGs in here. We got to get y'all on here, or we at least got to collaborate and do like a freestyle on the weekend or something, and just get one in there. Y'all
to respond to
some of those targets over the middle. I agree.
We'll get to Juju. We're gonna get
but
to respond to what you were saying in regards to the Chargers. Are they gonna have enough mouths? Is there gonna be enough balls to feed the mouths around the field? We both know Keenan Allen gonna be hurt. Mike Williams gonna be hurt. So there's only gonna be a few mouths to feed anyway. Between Eckler, Allen, and Williams, one of them's gonna be hurt at least every other week. So
you might be right. You might be right. To answer the question, and do you guys see Travis Kelce still being our first round draft pick? I can't do it. Not me personally. Maybe top 16, top 18, but I can't do 12. Not this year. Not with the quality amount of tight ends that are out there. If Andrews is going later, I'd rather take Andrews in the late second or third and get me that second tight end, or even maybe a dope wide receiver one, an elite wide receiver one. I can't do it personally. What about y'all? Y'all taking Travis Kelce top 12 this year?
Not me.
Not this year.
Yeah, I think I can't do it. Me personally, I can't do it.
Right.
If not, who worries? I'm enjoying Michelle.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Hey, yes, universe, give me money. I love it. It.
That's the championship winner right there for us. GMM Network and
Bogart Scott.
Yeah, Bogart. We were in the Superflex together. I came in third. I didn't make it to the championship, but hey, he the money winner, man. He had a killer squad.
Him and shout out to Guccini, hard to start. Kev, shout out to the GMM Network, Bogart. I'll drink salute to y'all.
What's up, man?
Bunch of OGs in the game, man. And I mean, please go follow them. For those that, if you don't already do, please go follow them, man. They got some good isms. What's going on, Albert? Welcome, brother. Let's move it over to Las Vegas, the other AFC West team, before we go to Kansas City.
Let's look. I want to hear that. I'm a Raider, die hard all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? To the core, rotten to the core, like you said, you know what I'm saying, last week. But I want to hear Fox. I want to hear what you think about the trade.
Let's do this. Well, I love the Chandler Jones pickup. He's still been able to be quite he's still a monster in the pass rush game. I love the Rocky Sin trade. He's still ascending as a young quarterback. I definitely love that. I didn't like the contract that you guys had with the gentleman you guys traded for him.
With Adams.
Yeah, I didn't like the contract for the Adams got, but Adams is dope. Adams is obviously a game changer. He's going to keep you guys relevant and competitive. Hopefully, the Devontae Adams and they can bring back that spark that they had at Fresno State. Him and Derek Carr. But my question is it enough? Is it going to be enough? Like, you guys were a playoff team last year, so you have to give credit where credit's due.
No doubt.
You guys turned around the season, especially with the coach and the situation that you guys were in that's unprecedented.
The Ruggs. Was it Arnett?
Unprecedented. So for you guys to come back and show the grit and motivation to get where you were, to finish, bravo. But I honestly think I feel like you guys are going to be a 10-win team this year. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Raiders. But is 10 wins going to be enough to get in the AFC? Maybe.
We'll see. I think we might beat each other up. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think that we might beat each other up. We'll see. I said, hey, Adams, we don't even draft well. We already talked about this. I said I give up 2 firsts, I give up a second, whatever they wanted. We don't even draft well until it gets to 3rd. When we got Max Crosby in the 4th. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is where, you know what I'm saying, we earn our keep. So I definitely know that I wasn't worried about the picks. The main thing I was thinking about was the money. And when you pay a Mike Williams $20 million a year, and you pay a Christian Kirk $17 million, when they get $17 million,
it's
He got more.
They got more than that. I don't even know he got so much money. Then what do you play a Devontae Adams? What do you pay a Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
That's the truth. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The quarterbacks are getting more money. It's going to keep on going up. You know it's going to keep going up. So we just paid. And I mean, I think that he's hungry like Aaron Rodgers is hungry, maybe even more hungry. And I think that Aaron Rodgers want to prove that he was the one, and I think he want to prove that he was the one. So people that's dropping him way down and dropping his stock, I'm not a Carr fan. You already know I won't call out.
Well, but we got Guccini said Adams is a real threat opposite of him with Waller now. So where are you guys targeting Adams? Is he now traditionally he's usually been in the back end, usually a first, second receiver off the board. First round, are we taking him second round? Does he take that big of a hit? Are you still taking him in the first?
I would take him still at the end of the first, early second.
I take him at the turn. Yeah, I take him at the turn.
Let me catch up with these comments before y'all get in there. Give me a quick, while I'm going through these comments, give me a quick stat projection for you from YouTube. The 7 seed keeps everybody live these days. Yep.
That's right. Yo, I think he's gonna get at least. I think he's gonna get 1,200. I mean, you got Hunter Renfrow at least 1,200. I'm talking about at least. I think that's his floor.
Minimum, like the floor for Adams, 1,200.
Well, because
I think Carr might have been third in yards this year. It's always the touchdowns where he is usually lacking.
I mean, they paying him Hunter Renfrow. He gonna get the underneath stuff, the little route running stuff. But when it's time to go, I think Carr gonna go to his boy. I really do.
My bad. I'm trying to catch up with all these.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to, like, I think his floor might be like 1,100, and I feel like max he could be up in the 1,300 range. I feel like he's still gonna have a hell of a year. It's gonna be a little different for him, but I feel like truth be told, like Adams is gonna have more talent on the field with him than he had in Green Bay.
True.
He's gonna have. Like Renfrow runs solid routes, and he's gonna definitely keep those linebackers and those safeties low. With Waller again, also controlling the middle of the field, controlling the seams. He's gonna get his double teams, yes, but with his talent, like he could have a big year.
Yeah,
and Derek Carr throws a hell of a deep ball. People don't really talk about it, but this is beautiful.
When he throw it, though,
we're not even talking about the running back.
Yeah,
right. Jacobs is doing. Like I said, I don't even. Did we let Drake go? I ain't even been studying Drake, to be honest with you. But if he comes back, right? I know, right? Josh Drake, right? But I said, we're gonna see. Like I said, I like Josh Jacobs, especially with all these wide receivers around him, and he runs hard. The main thing is a shoulder going. Man, they plagued by shoulder injuries. This guy, man, has more shoulder injuries than anybody. You know what I'm saying in the NFL. So I don't know if they're gonna clean that up. They need to clean that area or whatever. But I mean, he takes a lot of abuse.
We got Bogart said Jacksonville tried to bring back Allen Robinson and he declined. So I feel like when Christian Kirk showed up, they wouldn't let him leave the building. Thanks. Sometimes that with the smart markets, you got to overpay for talent. I mean, that's a hefty fine, but hey, you got to give your young quarterback something to work with. I did like that lineman they got from New England. Was that someone with an S? I can't think of his name. Help me out, brother Fox.
I'm trying to remember as well. Because they ended up getting a center and a guard.
McDaniel's about to have a field day with that offense. Possibly, man. We'll see. Hey, McDaniel's got the best out of Tebow. 316. R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas, man.
Yeah,
they did that on my Steelers in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Adams has always seen the number one corner and consistently cook their ass. Very true.
Damn right.
Very true.
That cut in and cut back out, you're going to hit him every time. He does it.
Carr top 5. Actually, since 2018.
Yeah,
for sure. We appreciate you guys interacting with us in these comments, man. Usually we have more people than this.
Y'all, man. You know us all.
Y'all keeping us alive. We was gonna do a shorter show, but we're glad to interact, and we'll have to have both y'all on.
Definitely.
Maybe after the draft. Speaking of the draft, speaking of Las Vegas, I run the Las Vegas Fantasy Football Conference. Myself and Brother Fox already confirmed. Big E, we still waiting on you. No pressure. Man. I ain't gonna try to put you under the flame while we on live, but we're gonna be out there for the NFL draft. We're gonna be in Vegas, probably at Circa at the sports book at the Circa Hotel. Me and Brother Fox already got our flight and room booked, and then we're gonna be back there Labor Day weekend for fantasy football draft. So hopefully y'all can make it. Hopefully hard to start. Draft is the week before, so Labor Day weekend, and we can catch some of y'all out there in Vegas. Right. McDaniels with Brady. Let's see. Ooh. Drake's still there. Yeah, they said Drake's still there.
Drake's still there, yeah.
Brady. They utilized the quick hit passing game. Ball out fast. Derek Carr got stuck. So let's see. I think that's it. I think we caught up. Where y'all targeting Josh Jacobs? He's someone who no one is talking about. It might be the greatest beneficiary out of everyone with the Adams addition. Because how do you put 8 in the box with Renfrow, Waller, and Adams?
Right.
To me, it all depends on it all depends on what kind of McDaniels are you going to get. Are you going to get the McDaniels that ran pretty much every running back out of New England? Running back by committee and giving it constantly to the hot hand, then it could be a problem drafting someone like Jacobs. Right. Is he gonna roll with his starter and just give the ball to Jacobs? Then if he's the bell cow, then I think that he could easily go late second, early third. But it just all depends. It all depends on what kind of McDaniels are you gonna get.
For sure.
I feel like it depends on what kind of draft you get also. I mean, where people are drafting or how they're drafting. If they draft a wide receiver early, you know what I'm saying? And then they end up drafting a tight end like you were talking about. You want to get one of the earlier tight ends. And Jacobs could be loved for him. I mean, you don't even know how this situation going to work out. And if he's hitting all these, tight ends and wide receivers, and then you got Hunter Renfrow, falling in the gaps and catching those balls. That's going to open up them holes, man. So he could be a blessing in disguise, just like my boy J.K. Dobbins. I know I keep saying about it, but hey, you better.
Bro, I didn't told you about mentioning that name on this show now. Y'all that ain't for the world to know. I'm drafting him at least 8 to 12 spots earlier than wherever. I don't look at rankings until after the draft because rankings don't mean nothing to me right now. But let's bring it on home, man. Let's talk about the creme de la creme, top of the food chain.
Let him tell it.
Get in there, Big E. Get in there. What you think about them Kansas City Chiefs and their new addition?
What you know about them 6-time?
Man, Juju go dance
back.
Juju go, you know what I'm saying? You know Juju gonna come up in there dancing. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do that. Pringle gonna get more touches than him, but he got paid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I said, I mean, Kansas City always got an explosive offense. I like their offense. They do need to figure out something. Whether what I'm saying, they just go away from CEH. Just move on. It was a bad pick. Sometimes you have bad picks, but I think that their offense is definitely explosive. But I know, Fox, you said before y'all's game with the Bengals, you were saying that, hey, we sit back, we ride on Pat Mahomes' arm, and Pat Mahomes gonna come through and all that stuff, but he didn't come through. He didn't come through in that playoff game. In that second half, and you saw it firsthand, that second half, if he didn't cost them the game, who cost them the game?
Why you throw that in there?
Because he always says Pat Mahomes gonna bring it though.
Why you mention firsthand?
He was there. I didn't get to see it. I ain't never saw an NFL game. I am not privileged enough to see an NFL game yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, but he was in the house, and I did message him a couple times. Like he was like, "Yep, that's like a Raider fan." I tell you, I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Did you know how we do, man? We hate each other with the teams. We gotta mess with each other." But I said, definitely, I think that Kansas City. I think they are the creme de la creme. I think that they are the best team out of the AFC West. I do.
What you got, brother Fox? First off, let's acknowledge Albert real quick. Where is the honey badger?
Yeah, they let the honey badger go.
Well, I think what happened with Tyrann Mathieu is that he overestimated his value hitting the market. I think historically safeties have always been undervalued. And although Matthews had Earl Thomas, Eric Berry, like a lot of great safeties have kind of fallen by the wayside. I think he overestimated his market. Kansas City offered him something during the season last year in the realm of about $14 million, which is what he was making the previous year, and he turned it down. So, you know, it is what it is. I wish Tyrann the best. He's an excellent dude on and off the field. I just hope he goes to an NFC team because I don't want to see him twice a year. Like this
I feel you.
Pretty much what it is.
I feel you. CEH, a bust.
Definitely. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I was calling CEH a bust midway through last season. Him and Pat have never had a connection. They've never had a connection. And the fact that he can't stay healthy.
He can't keep getting stuffed at the goal line.
Yeah,
he's horrible at the goal line.
But we were talking about McKinnon. We was talking about how nice he was getting, you know, in the playoff game. Should have went to him more. So, but
McKinnon's currently a free agent. He's not on the roster.
True.
So,
but I would get him. Why not? I would pick him back up.
So there's a backup kid named Derrick Gore. He actually shined a lot when CEH and Derrick Williams were hurt, and he's kind of a mixed bag. He has like the quickness to twitch and the power to be able to run. I feel like if we're not seeing the numbers by mid-season from CEH, the kid to look for, Derrick Gore.
Yeah.
No relation to Frank Gore.
Yeah, Frank Gore's grandson. If nobody knew.
Yeah, we let Derrick Williams test free agency.
Frank Gore, man. Hey, Frank Gore, man.
Shout out to Frank the Tank.
Yeah, never done.
But Derrick Williams, he's hell of a player. But what he's gotten the last 2 years, he's had I think it was like 4th round tender contracts from the Chiefs. So like I think he made 1.25, and then last year he made 1.7. The man has never made any kind of NFL money, so he's trying to test the market to see what he can get. I respect it. You know, like do what you can, make your money. You know, I'd love to have him back, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Fantasy purposes. Give us your stat line for Juju and how does it affect the overall. I think it might have been Bogart mentioned a great point about does Juju being in the slot and being an effective slot receiver in the past, how does that affect someone like Travis? So when I believe Juju would be a natural fit in this offense, and this is not just coming from a Chief fan perspective, but I feel like he was praying for it from jump. What he does complements the rest of the team very well. We wanted from Sammy Watkins when we actually picked him up a few years ago was to be able to run that RPO offense, as well as we wanted someone to do those tough catches across the middle. Travis, although Travis makes a lot of catches, if you really look, he doesn't make the routes they give him. He doesn't necessarily get a lot of the tough catches. Early in his career, they used to take out his knees, and he's had 2 knee surgeries, so it's kind of like he kind of froze away from certain kind of routes. And I think Juju will do whatever the coach tells him to do. Still young.
Yeah, exactly. And then with the player like Tyreek Hill to be able to take the top off the defense, he should be able to eat. Him and Mecole should be able to eat. But
1 year prove it deal, contract year.
And the final numbers, It was 1 year, $3 million, but the
with incentives, right?
With incentives up to 10.75, which is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, Miko got to step up. Miko got to step up, and I am a fan. I was a fan,
Fox,
in college. I think he needs to step up. Miko, he's better than what he's putting out there anyway. I thought he was going to be the number 2.
Well,
Guccini,
you hit me up.
Big E has a word he calls. He says when a player's trash, he calls them mud.
Definitely.
And Josh Gordon, as much as it pains me to
dirt
say
or is he mud?
He's
mud.
Dirt.
He's mud.
Damn.
I can see mud.
Now he's a fantastic blocker. Fantastic. Which is the only reason why he's still on the Kansas City Chiefs roster. He blocks his ass off, but the man has hands for feet, bro. It's just feet for hands.
Look, I can't go that far. He ain't that dirt. He dirt. But I said, but still, he was killing, you know what I'm saying, at certain times in college. I know then he had all these run-ins. He got the most chances of anybody, besides probably AB in the league. You know what I'm saying? Right there, maybe more than him. But I mean, I don't know, his best days are behind him, but I think he still can do something, add something. The one I'm looking at is Miko. Why is it Miko, shining like, but we'll see.
Well, I'll give you the stat line in regards to Josh Gordon. He played in 7 games last year for Kansas City, had 5 catches, 31 yards, 1 touchdown. He also had 4 drops.
5 catches.
There you have it. So give us a stat projection, because you hit me up Friday on my lunch break once the news broke about Juju, and you asked me where would I draft him. I'll release that in a second, but give us a stat line. Pringle is gone. Miko is dirt. Josh Gordon is mud. Talk to me. I'll let you go first, Brother Fox. Go Big E, and then I'll give you my stat projection for Juju, former Steeler.
Juju, 70 catches, 1,050 yards receiving.
Ooh.
6 touchdowns.
Man, good day of the morning. But hey, that is nowhere close to mine. Because I plan on an injury somewhere in there. It's like all the Kansas City guys, plus he got paid. I'm looking at, I don't know. I think he's gonna be doing a little bit more under route. So I'm saying he might get 55 catches, maybe 60 catches. I go 550. I go 550. Kelsey,
I feel a wager coming on right now. I feel a wager.
Not 1,000. Come on, man. That's fine. I say Kansas City. You see it on his chest. I say Kansas City. He ain't gonna get no 1,000 yards. Y'all know he ain't gonna get no 1,000 yards, man. I bet that. Okay. Now we can bet that.
Now what kind of bet? What kind of bet we gonna bet?
We'll talk about
it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 80 receptions. I'm gonna go 80 receptions for 900 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Damn, y'all showing love. Almost 1,000 yards. That's hard to get.
I think you're forgetting who Juju is.
No.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm talking about what he did when he had AB on the other side. Now he got Tyreek, he got Kelsey, and he got a better quarterback throwing him the ball.
True indeed.
And the defense is still average. So they got to put up points versus Oakland or Las Vegas. They got to put up points versus the Chargers. They got to put up points versus Denver. It's the Wild Wild West.
So it's Robinson leaving. Robinson already gone. Pringle already gone. And Miko is there too.
Robinson is a free agent.
Okay.
Although he's Robinson ain't going nowhere. He's going to resign.
Ooh, hey, that hurt, Guccini.
Come on, Guccini.
Hey, Jay.
Cheating.
We got to get him in here next time, bro. We should have had him in the photo with us at the Capitol.
Right. Cheating got to be in there.
Yeah.
But I said I don't see him. I said I give him 600 yards. The 900 to 1,000 yards. With you got, like you said, you got Tyreek Hill, you got Kelsey. You might be throwing to your running back too. Well, Kels, like I said, Kelsey, he want to be Kelsey. He been Kelsey all this time, and they ain't Kels. So we're gonna see
name
what
him Clay, so I'm gonna call him Clay.
call him Clay. You know what I'm saying? So I say we're gonna we'll see where he lands. We'll see what he get.
That's it. That defense comes alive the final 4 games of the season, but weeks 1 through 13, they're gonna be bad, bro. Juju gonna eat underneath, especially if Hill or Kels get hurt.
Right. All right, sure. We did lose Tyrann Mathieu, yes, but Justin Reed he's not 1 for 1, but he's pretty damn comparable. Justin Reed's a solid player. Hey, y'all.
He could be a solid player. He ain't Tyrann Mathieu, bro.
He's not Tyrann Mathieu. He
know that.
But I feel like he's a solid player. Ward. Hey, as Guccini, I know you're a Niner fan. You about to learn today. Like Ward had a fantastic season. Had a fantastic season. But hey, put on the tape. Go to 2019. Go to 2018. Ward used to get cooked.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm out here getting cooked.
For real. Y'all severely overpaid this man, but hey.
So Patrick Mahomes, probably late 3rd, early 4th round pick. No surprise there. That's for the analyst league. For a home league, he's probably gonna go 2nd round in a public home league. When you look at someone like CEH, he is a starting running back on one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. Where do you take someone like a CEH? Are you guys pretty much fading him? At some point, you got to take him, right?
Yeah.
Could he be your flex, Big E?
No.
He can't be your flex?
It can't be I get a wide receiver to be my flex before I get him to be my flex.
You wouldn't take him in the 5th round or 6th round? You get your 2 running backs, you get your 2 receivers, and he's there in the 5th round.
I wouldn't do it in the 5th round. I would do it in the 6th round. I'll find somebody. I'll find anybody before I drafted him in the 5th round. And then it's got to be somebody out there. And then maybe I would go 6th round with him, especially if I'm low on running backs and I want to get that 3rd one. You know what I'm saying? You always want to have your 3. You would go earlier than
if he was in the 5th round, I take him, and then I handcuff Gore like in the 12th round, and then I'd have that Kansas City backfield locked up.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
At a flex,
and see, I feel like CEH. I feel like end of the 3rd, early 4th. Someone's going to take him because of the fact that our offense, like the amount of touches and potential he's going to get.
Be in that Kansas City backfield. I might go for, what I'm saying, 600 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Okay. Right. I don't know. We're going to see.
Guccini, where's the latest you let CEH slip before you drafted him? Guccini,
I want to hear
help me out.
Guccini, where would you draft CEH?
5th round, 4th round, 6th round?
I said 6.
So Brother Fox said 4. I said 5. Big E said 6.
Late.
Everybody got a price, man. Everybody got a price.
Late 6.
Late 6 on that offense. You can get the ball at least 12, 14 times a game.
That's if he playing. I mean,
you get the handcuff.
I believe that. Look, he said 17 right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say.
Now he just mad because he thinking about that Super Bowl they lost. That's all that. He's salty.
No doubt about it.
He real salty.
My dog.
No, right now he's saying on my mama, on my mama, 17th round.
He already done
on my mama, 17th round.
On my mama. Definitely.
Oh, I like that, Albert. Like that.
Miles Sanders.
See, I think Miles Sanders is the better running back, but Miles Sanders get hurt more than CEH. Miles Sanders is the only person to have 5 different injuries last year and miss 1 game or have to leave a game early. I traded for Miles Sanders, and it cost me the playoffs in JV's league. Shout out to JV. That's tough. That's tough. I think because of the offense, I'll probably still take CEH in the 5th.
Ooh.
Same.
I go Miles, and that's terrible. I get Gainwell. Whoever Gainwell's still there, I'll take him.
I feel you. Yeah. So we got about another 10 minutes, man. Y'all want to talk about Allen Robinson? Because a few people got picked. There's a few moves made outside of, we ain't talk about Deshaun Watson.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like everybody.
Well,
that's
for another day.
And we could say that for another day. What does that do? Where y'all targeting Amari Cooper now that he got Watson and not Baker? It's still a run heavy offense, but so is Minnesota, and we seen what Jefferson does and what Thielen been doing. How do y'all feel about Amari Cooper?
Cooper do sometime for me. I just even with
inconsistent.
Even with Watson, going there, and you got Landry, he leaving, and then of course OBJ was gone. It wasn't like I would draft Cooper to be my number one. I don't know, maybe I don't know. Number 2, but kind of, I don't know, 4th round, early 4th. I don't know. That's what I feel.
I like 4th round.
Yeah, I could definitely see 4th round as well.
If I go triple running back, I wouldn't mind taking Cooper in the 4th and maybe trying to get Hockenson or Pitts in the early 5th.
I think it's really going to come down to whether or not Watson's going to be suspended, because people are already talking about that. I think what's going to end up happening, they're going to end up dropping something like a 4 or 6 game suspension on him. He's going to appeal, get a couple games knocked off. But you got to think I don't know who the backup is for the Browns.
They just traded Case Keenum, which I don't understand. Oh no, but they picked up Jacoby Brissett. Yep.
Like Jacoby Brissett with
serviceable, but not ideal.
Yeah.
I'm a root for the brother, but he a backup. He a career backup.
He fell out.
He a top 64, but he not a top 32. Yeah. I took CEH rookie year at 9 overall. And last year in the 3rd.
Yeah.
I feel like you take him in the 5th. That's a good value, man, for the upside, especially if you get his handcuff.
Sorry about that, 7. I said, but shout out to Chase Daniels, who got re-signed. You know what I'm saying? Again, with a $2 million deal. He only threw 200-something passes that were showing today. So that means every pass in his career on the field. So every pass was worth $150,000. He got paid.
That would be interesting, Albert, if Landry went back to Cleveland.
I think
he should. He was waiting on to see what Watson was going to do, and Watson ended up back where he was at. So maybe he comes back at a restructured deal. I don't know how much Landry has left, man, because I feel like he always gets hurt. Good competitor. God gave us all this talent, so we're going to have to bless him. Go and bless him then.
Bless him then.
Bless him then. But I don't know. Who really, really needs a receiver. I wouldn't mind seeing him go to the Colts because they have a strong X in Pittman Jr. He could play the slot with Matt Ryan.
You remember I was talking to you about Green Bay?
Green Bay got a vacancy. Green Bay need to lock up Julio and Landry and just hope for the best.
Yep, they do that. That's what I would try at least. I would try that at the least.
I think Landry's going to end up either in Atlanta or with the Colts.
Miami.
Both needy wide receivers. Both will give him opportunities to be able to shine and do like a 1-year prove-it deal. Maybe come out ahead next year.
He got his bread. Unless he's chasing a ring, maybe he well shit. I think Crowder just went to Buffalo because I could have seen him in Buffalo. What's up, boys? Mr. Start Time. What's up, Swami? If y'all didn't catch it, we got the 4 Horsemen episode up on IG with myself, Swami, Bald Guy, and my brother from another Fantasy Flojo. Greg Watson will miss a few games. That's damn. I hadn't even been thinking about him missing time. With him having that whole year suspension, I figured they would have counted that, but the NFL does act different.
Yeah, Stephen Stephen A. bringing it up too, that don't help. I mean, people got to understand their voice too. If you keep on saying, somebody gonna get suspended, a lot of times you'll see people, some of the analysts on, ESPN or somebody, he at least a 4-game suspension at least, and then it'll be breaking news. They'll drop that, So they got to watch what they say. Yeah. I mean, he hasn't been guilty in my eyes. That's what the legal says.
The Browns structured his contract for the first year knowing he will get suspended and won't lose much money.
He's going to get suspended.
Yeah, he's absolutely going to get suspended.
Landry underrated. Baker brought his stock down. Couldn't agree more. Shit, what happens? Baker to Seattle?
Maybe.
To compete with Drew Lock? I sent Brother Flox a thing I seen today. Teams are asking for draft compensation to take on
Baker
Mayfield. Kind of like with Jared Goff, where it's like, Rams, y'all need to send us draft picks to take on this Jared Goff contract.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
In order for the NFL not to get too much heat, they need to do some type of consequence. He missed the whole last year.
He was paid. Hey. He was paid every single game last year.
Okay, but he sat out a whole year. He didn't play when he was healthy.
I'm with you, Seven. I'm with you all the way.
I'm like Tyrese. What more do you want from me?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I want my baby.
And look, they want more, and they gonna get it. That's just how they do.
Yeah.
Well, you have to realize, gentlemen, 23 allegations from different women.
He didn't miss the whole season. He already missed the season. Bro, what you want from him?
23 allegations.
It went to civil now.
Regardless if it's just civil, still 23 allegations of.
He missed 17 games.
Bro, he didn't miss them because he got paid. He was put on the exempt list for the game. But at the same time, when you get paid, you're representing the Shield. As long as you're getting a paycheck, you're representing the Shield. The NFL has not been able to come down on him in some which way or form.
He didn't miss no game checks, is what you're saying.
Exactly. They have to.
But all jokes aside, we know that was a setup, and people coming out on Facebook dropping messages. We're gonna do this to Watson and all of that. That was a setup because he was gonna leave him. They was mad he gonna leave him. I mean, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But he gonna get suspended.
So what we think about what we think about Chubb and Hunt with Watson. Because everyone keeps talking about the receiver, because obviously quarterback throws to the receiver. What does that do, having Deshaun Watson do to Chubb and Hunt's value? Well, nobody's talking about that because everyone just quarterback receiver connection. What about the running backs? Because they got a benefit, right? Yeah, you actually got a quarterback that can ball out. Where are y'all in the comments? Where are y'all targeting? We got 7 minutes. Where are y'all targeting Chubb and Hunt? I mean, obviously Chubb is a first rounder. But is he a top 5 guy? Is he a top 10? Is he back in first?
I said back in first for me, but I said with Hunt, I mean, you got to look at the injuries that he's starting to pile up on him. I mean, he runs hard.
Yeah.
He runs hard, he catches, and he runs hard after he catches. So, I mean, he's going to be hurt during the season, but I think Chubb is a first-round pick, but I think he's going to be a later first because he disappointed a lot of people.
Before he got hurt, Kareem Hunt was outscoring Chubb.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
I feel like Kareem Hunt, like being as he is the logical third down back in that system, and the fact that Deshaun Watson has been known to throw to his running backs out the backfield pretty often, it raises his value. Both of them are obviously draftable. Chubb in the first round. I would say Hunt probably, I would say like fourth or fifth, but he may not even last that long. Like, who knows? Like,
so Hunt, CEH, Miles Sanders, Big E. How you rank them?
Hunt, CEH, Miles Sanders. You already know. I'm going Hunt first. I'm going to Sanders second, and CEH rounding up at the ass end in the crack up right there. That's where CEH is for me. I'll let y'all go ahead. Maybe that's a Raider.
I like that, Swami. Chubb top 5 with Watson. He was 2 last year. Hunt becomes a weekly flex as he was last season.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I'm with him.
Swami's on point.
Guccini. And the year before last, Chubb hit for 1,500.
He did.
Yeah, hey, the skies. If Chubb can stay healthy, Chubb could be this year's JT. To be honest with you, he could hit for 1,800 yards with the actual quarterback that's a threat.
Hey, so look, y'all didn't answer the question about the Chubb, Miles Sanders, and I feel like y'all probably have CEH in the middle, but where would y'all go with Hunt, CEH?
I feel like I gotta take Hunt. I take Hunt in the 4th round.
First.
I would take CEH in the 5th, and I'd take Sanders in the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I had Sanders last year, and that guy never played a full game. Never.
Oh,
And Gainwell got in there. Boston Scott got in there. I mean,
wow. That's true.
Y'all on the IR twice.
You changed me a little bit. You changed me a little bit on CEH as far as with Miles Sanders because CEH did get a couple of 2 touchdown games.
And Jalen will steal the goal line touches from the goal line. He worse than Cam Newton when it comes to the goal line. If it's in 5 yards, that's Hurts touchdown. You can chalk that up as an L.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like CEH has his value, but at the same time, you have to get his handicap. You have to know that you have to get his backup running back because at some point during the season he's going to get hurt. But as the Kansas City starting running back, the opportunities will be there. You know, now will he take advantage of them? Probably not.
That's the question.
But you saw when Williams got the touches, like Williams was a must-have pickup off the waiver wire because they're gonna give you the touches and you're gonna have an opportunity to score. So I feel like if you take CEH in the mid-round, just make sure you take his handicap, which next year will probably be Derrick Gore, and then just go from there.
Miles, if healthy over the other two, I agree, Guccini, but it's just he just can't stay healthy, man. Like Cuff in the 4th. Hey, man, Kareem, my brother Piggy, shout out to Piggy Bank Picks. He's the one who got me into this fantasy football content creating life. He took Hunt in the 4th in a bunch of leagues, and he was a RB1 before he went down, man. The Chiefs backfield is a merry-go-round for me. It's like New England backfield. I like Sanders over Hunt only because he's not competing for touches. Fair enough, man. I think that's a good debate. Maybe that's a content creator. Maybe we make a graphic, Big E, and put Miles Sanders versus CEH. Who would you rather have? Yeah, and work on something like that. We got 2 minutes left. I don't want to cut y'all off, but we got 2 minutes left. Just FYI.
No doubt. Hey, well, I just appreciate everybody that tuned in. Guccini, my dog. Everybody who saying the Swami. What I'm saying?
Bogart was in here.
Bogart was in this joint.
All love. We appreciate it.
Much love to all of y'all. Well, 7 it froze up.
I don't know what's going on, man. Hey, it just took us all. Hey, it still kept it. We got a minute 15.
Okay, we done switched all the way around. But I ain't got the thing on my head now, so y'all can see me.
I moved it. It's in the middle.
Well, as always, everyone here at a Fantasy Football Safe Space, we always appreciate y'all coming through and enjoying, having a beer with us on this Monday night, talking some football. Hopefully we made your night a little easier and had some great conversation. Appreciate everybody coming through. And if you haven't already, please give us that HBO special. If you don't know what the HBO special is, it's that Hook a Brother Up special. Hook a brother up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We always appreciate
HBO? Yeah. Up is spelled with a U.
HBO. Hook a brother up.
Up. You. help a brother.
Help a brother out. My bad.
Help a brother out.
Help a brother out. My bad. Wow.
We had a few beers, man. We
My bad.
Hey, right.
This is the hey.
We're
I'm 2 beers
right
in. I'm sorry.
we're a little lit right now. Hey, forgive us. Look.
Hey, forgive us. We out. We see y'all next week. Peace.
That's right.
Chiefs.